Ivan's house. We're doing a little bit more on the Type R clone. Sorry about that light. We actually got some more interior in here. We got the whole steering wheel. We got one seat right now. Finally, all the wiring's done. That wiring over there's for the ECU. You know, we still got a couple more things to put in, but basically everything for the interior is in. Everything's looking good there. Yeah, we just have a couple more things. As you see, the windshield and the engine, but we're still doing transmission work. Right now, they're actually rebuilding the transmission. Let me show you guys right over here. Let's see what they're doing. All right, let's see. Looks like they finally got the transmission off. What you doing over here, Juan?
All right, so far we haven't really done much. We just took off all the 12mm bolts that go around the trans.
Let's see.
We took off, they're all in this bin. We try to keep everything separated so we won't mix it up. We took off the shifting mechanism in order to take it off. It slides right out if it's in neutral. You just need to make sure this knob here is in neutral. And then you get your Allen key and the bolts right here. You just unscrew the Allen bolt, comes right out, and then you're able to take off the shifting mechanism. And there's little bolts that go all around the trans. There's 3 bolts here that hold the gears in, and then there's a bolt back here in the trans that's for the reverse. So in order for this transfer case to come off, you have to take all these bolts off. And then we're gonna explain more when we take off this Allen key, because there's a little more tricks into that.
All right, so yeah, basically we just need to take off this thing, and then there's a little clip in here, and then this whole casing will be off. Let's look at the motor over here. That clutch, it's an OEM clutch. We're gonna get that replaced with probably a super single. We'll see what this guy wants to go with. But yeah, it should be done pretty soon. All right, let's get this cracking. All right, guys, we're back at Ivan's house. Did a little bit of work on the transmission. It looks like the third gear, what is that? Third gear cuff was bad, so we got that replaced right here. Cuff and synchro, and the whole gear is just brand new right here. So it's all looking good.
Hey you guys, Kseries Bros checking in with you guys. Sorry we've been a little late on videos, but today we're gonna be going through a lot of stuff. A lot of our friends got packages and stuff, and then we got things done for the CRX. For example, my yellow CRX, I got my wheels powder coated, and then Ivan got his LSD, Josh got his turbo manifold and his turbo for the red CRX. We'll talk more about that later, but right now I want to show you guys the wheels that I got. 5 lug wheels I have for my CRX. I got them painted, freshly powder coated, championship white, and I just got them today actually. So let me show you guys. They look pretty badass. They're pretty clean. They're actually real nice, and not all of them are painted just like that.
Alright you guys, so like I said, we're coming to Ivan's house later. We're at Ivan's house now, and we have the trans all taken apart. We haven't put it back together. We replaced the whole third gear, synchro, actual gear, and the slider, the hub slider. So all of that got replaced, brand new from Honda. And we got the LSD in the mail. Before we close all the trans back together, we decided to get an LSD for the RSX Type S. That's the old gear. This is the new LSD. That's how it's looking. So we're gonna start putting things together, and then we'll go from there. If we run into any issues, we'll let you guys know. All right, you guys. So we put the gears back in together. We have the LSD in, and now we just put on the little lever for the reverse. Always make sure that when you put these trans together, you put the actual case, the top case on, line everything up first before you put any glue down or any of that, and make sure this whole lines up with the transmission screw so it can go in. This is the reverse. So Ivan's cleaning the upper case of the transfer case, cleaning all the glue that we had on there, and then we're gonna close it back up and we'll go from there. All right, you guys, so everything lined up perfect. The trans is getting closed right now. We're gonna put all the 12 mils in around the case, screw all those down, tighten them, torque them. Right now we're just setting them down, and then we're gonna torque them all around. And then soon enough we're gonna be putting the super single clutch on the motor, and we'll keep going from there. Thanks for watching, you guys. Stay tuned for the right hand drive RSX.